Hello and welcome to the 12th episode of Career Journeys Real World Real Insights. I'm your host Sachi Singh, and today we have an exceptional guest who has truly navigated a fascinating career path, seamlessly blending the worlds of fashion, technology, and business consulting. Our guest today is a seasoned professional with extensive experience in textile and fashion value chain and business consulting. With a career that spans over 2 decades, he has worked with some of the leading companies in the fashion and apparel industry, including Matrix Clothing and Dux India Industries, where he held significant roles in merchandising and operations and partnering with some of the renowned international retail brands. Currently, he is a partner consultant at Consult Group Germany and has previously co founded Punch Tarini Designs. His expertise lies in business and digital transformation. He is passionate about driving successful turnarounds and delivering measurable results, guiding organizations through the complexities of today's business landscape. Today, we are thrilled to have him share his insights in the field of fashion, merchandising, and business exports. We'll delve into the educational path, skills required, and exciting opportunities and challenges in textile value chain. So, without further ado, let's welcome our guest. Welcome to the show, Pankaj, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me here. And I'm excited to share whatever I've learned from my seniors from the industry and from the environment for the upcoming generation, Gen Z. And they are very, very smart. I hope they make good use of whatever experiences I share and can actually carve a good career path for themselves.
Thank you for sharing. So, we would like to know, how did you start your career from your education and then you went into merchandising and now you're into business consulting? So, how did you start your career journey?
This was like mine was a very impromptu kind of a thing. It was not planned as such. I was just pursuing my graduation. And then one day my uncle, saw entrance test advertisement of NIFT. And he just came and said that, Pankaj, you were good at drawing, in your childhood. Why don't you think of, pursuing this fashion, some course in fashion, and it's going to be. So this was like, late or mid 90s when NIFT was, we only had one campus in New Delhi for NIFT. And so he actually suggested, and then I just thought that of giving it a try. I appeared without any preparation and all those, but I couldn't crack that. But as destiny would have, been there, like one day I went with one of my friends to visit a garment exporter. He was actually visiting and I just accompanied him. So during the talks, basically, I was offered an internship in in this, apparel industry. And then from there, from that internship, I got confirmed, and the journey started. So after my graduation, the journey continued. But after 4 5 years in the job, I realized that I need to actually learn more about some, like, international business and all, and get some kind of a post graduation degree. So and again, as destiny would be, I saw advertisement of Indian Institute of Foreign Trade entrance. So I applied for that, cracked that entrance, and got into that MBA in international business. After that, yeah, that course actually opened up my whole entire vision. Doing an MBA in international business from a prestigious institute of the country, very good professors, and had good, very I got gained knowledge about international trade, how economics and all those things in business works. From Yeah, that was something which actually catapulted me into a different league, and from there that journey continued. So during the journey, I got the opportunity to work with some of the very renowned international fashion brands, working on new fashion trends, traveling internationally, working with the design teams of big brands. So everything was good, and then in 2018-19, like, entrepreneurial bug caught me, and we two friends started a factory in 2000 late end of 2018, we started manufacturing for some Indian retailers. And but unfortunately, we got caught in the COVID storm and we crash landed in 2020. In 2020, like I was one of my customer. Actually, we were a very green channel factory for our retail clients. So they knew our work and they were very satisfied and happy, but they also knew our situation. So he offered my client side, one of the head of sourcing offered me that they were struggling with some operational issues in their another supplier factory, and they asked me to consult them. From there, my that consulting journey started, and I when I went there, so the company got some good benefits, and in fact they put me in charge of their overall operations. And this was I'm talking about like in 2.5 years of intervention, we got a very good growth in turnover. And then this opportunity of Con Consult Group from Germany came in, and that's how my management consulting journey continues. So from a fashion and textile to this management consulting is
Yeah,
something.
that's very interesting. And you were flowing with the opportunities, the learning as and when got, and grabbing the learnings from the best institutes. NIFT is one of the best institutes for fashion designing, and IFT for the international business. And you were there getting the best knowledge from the best people. Now, we also
Yeah.
would like to know that getting into the NIFT is an entrance exam. So,
So I did not get through the NIFT exam. It was I appeared for it, but I didn't get through it. As I just carried like during that term I got an internship and I carried. So I didn't went through NIFT program.
students who now want to get into this stream, like what advice you have for them? How should they start preparing and they want to have a career in merchandising?
Today, NIFT and Pearl are two of the finest institutes for studying this merchandising or entering into fashion or textile field. In fact, in those times, it was very narrow. They had only 2, 3 programs, probably 5 programs. One was fashion design, then another was, then there were like two, which was garment manufacturing technology, GMT, and AMM, apparel marketing and merchandising. But that those were the PG programs, postgraduate programs. Now there are a lot of I'm not exactly aware how many, but I know there are 10 to 15 different courses in NIFT and in Pearl also. And now there are various streams like visual merchandising is there, retail merchandising is there, different kind of merchandising courses with specific specialization are also there. So these are the two institutes. Then people can also think of there are certain renowned institutes abroad also. So if the budgets allowed, they can explore those institutes also. But the most important thing what I experienced was that these educational qualification or these courses just help you to, it's like a gateway. It just helps you to enter the industry. The rest is about your learning and personal dedication, perseverance, and how quick learner you are and how quick thinker you are. You have to do thinking on feet, on the go. Your entrepreneurial mindset, your communication skills, your ability to handle interpersonal relations. These are certain things which are very important if one actually has to scale high in their career. Then there are these institutes which are probably I would say tier 2 or tier 3 also. I'm not sure about the quality of them, but they also help in getting in the industry. But again, it is your learning on the job which actually helps you to grow up in the career.
So, if a student does the theoretical part and the basic academic learning and then goes and does work in the industry internship, and there they work passionately and dedicatedly. So,
Yes.
is this educational journey helpful to them? Or can a student, without having very good education but still going and working in the industry, learn? Which one is better?
So the better is definitely one having an course. So at
Hmm.
least you understand the terminology, the terms being used in the industry,
Hmm.
how it works. But yes, in fashion and textile industry, there are a lot many people who have just entered. Like if I may say, like one of my boss was I am Ahmedabad graduate. Like obviously he graduated in 1974. So he's now a very veteran of the industry. My immediate boss was chartered accountant with no fashion, but it was in those time, like in 80s 90s, this was a sunrise sector. It just required business acumen and how to actually make sales. Rest everyone what I have seen has learned on the job. So it is not necessary that this like for a let's compare it with a medical doctor's degree.
Hmm.
Unless you go through that MBBS course, you can't become a doctor.
Right.
But this is not the case with becoming a fashion merchandiser.
So if a student has a skill, they have a desire, they have a passion, and they work on
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
still they can become one of the best in the industry.
Exactly.
With
The
that, yeah.
Yeah, the only point to remember is these if someone can get the opportunity, because getting the opportunity to get into the industry without a qualification is difficult. So if
Yes.
someone gets the opportunity and gets into the industry, then on the job learning is the best thing. And it's pure common sense and entrepreneur skills to be a good merchandiser. That's it.
Nowadays, there are many diploma courses are available and certificate courses are available other than these best institutes. Are they worth doing their courses? Should students go for it?
The most important to check if one is exploring these options is the quality of the institute, the methodology, the pedagogy of the course, because there are a lot of fake, there are institutes who just sell dreams to students who are
Yes.
not aware about. So the checking the quality is very very important.
So if it is there from one of the good institutes which is known, and the curriculum they should go through, maybe they can check the alumni, the reviews, the feedback, and
Yes.
then take the informed decisions. So,
Exactly. There can be good institutes also which are not very renowned. They may have a good course,
mhm.
but it's not right to comment on someone's life. But what I just want students to actually know is go drill down about the quality of the institute in which you are going to get the admission. Talk to the alumni. The alumni are the best people to give you the correct feedback of the institute and
Right.
the teaching methodology.
And these alumni are available on the college websites and LinkedIn's and Quora. Everywhere
Exactly.
they're available. So just they
Exactly.
have to connect with them because this question comes, ma'am, how to connect with them? So LinkedIn, Quora, Google, college websites, sending emails to them, and the
Exactly.
placement cell as well. That's how
Exactly.
you can connect with them.
Exactly. Don't
Exactly.
fall trap to big advertisements
Hmm.
of these any institute, I would say.
So a student who wants to get into this. So second come is how do you identify this is your passion? So maybe you are interested in drawing, painting, coloring, or you need a particular skill. You feel like having this ambition since like 8, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. How do you identify that passion?
Well, I would suggest that they come to you.
That's
in
one
our,
area.
in our times, we or probably this science was there, but we were not aware, or it was not as widely known as it is now. But yeah, getting your psychometric testing done and basic personality test done is very very important while choosing a career. And even before this, I suggest that people should choose an industry before choosing a course. Generally in India, what I've seen is, and this obviously, like after so many of experience, I realized it is very very important to choose an industry and then define what I generally I've seen people are exploring about the courses instead of the industry. They don't know where this course will take them to. Later on, once they join, then they realize that they have landed up an industry which they are not enjoying. So it's very, very important to actually uh, first to select the industry, then to select the function, and then you accordingly you design your career path. You select a so it's like, what dish I want to have today in dinner. That then only I will plan my ingredients according to that. It's not that, it's like choosing a course is like, having making anything from the ingredient available.
These days, when we talk to the students, they first decide on the salary bracket. They say, I want to earn this much money. And then they draft it backwards, create their roadmap backwards, and that's how they choose their career selections.
So I would say that money is a byproduct of your efforts, of the value you add to the world, the problem you solve for the world or for anyone. So there are doctors who are earning, who are like billionaires. I'm not sure if you know, like in Gurgaon where I stay, we have a hospital called Medanta, who is founded by Dr. Naresh Trehan, right? So Naresh Trehan became a billionaire, some 7 months back by the shares like he hold in Medanta. So there are doctors who are billionaire, then there are doctors at every level. It is similarly for entrepreneurs also, business owners also, or anyone, engineers also. Like there are engineers who started, let's give the example of Flipkart, Bini Bansal. So they were engineers, they made fortunes for themselves, started with something. So it is that is a byproduct of the problem you are solving for the world, or the value you are adding to your customers or to the world. Better to actually see what your passions are, because that is only which will keep you going. Right. So very important lesson from expert over here for the students. Rather than running behind money, you should be focusing on identifying your passion, solving the problems of the people, and get yourself skilled in one area, because that skill and that passion will help you to survive for long term and always also keep you happy at the same time. Yes, Sachi, here I want to add one thing. I'm not don't I want students not to misunderstand me that money is not important. Money is equally important. That's the energy. Like it gives you a lot of confidence to pursue what you want to do. You to remain happy. So money is equally important, but then money comes only after when you deliver something. Money Right. doesn't come naturally. Until you don't do anything, then you expect money to come, it won't happen. Right. Money is a byproduct of, again, what you deliver or what you give to the world. Steve Jobs gave something to the world. Mark Zuckerberg gave something to the world. Google is doing. Microsoft, Bill Gates gave something to the world. So that's why they have, like, for now, that the buzzword, the buzz company is Nvidia. Johnson Han gave something to the world, like this microchip. So see where their company valuations have gone, because they solved world's problems. Right. So giving and serving to the people, to the world, will help you to grow and survive for long. Yes. One question which students commonly ask is, should they be going for commerce stream in 11th and 12th, or for arts stream to have a career in this field, those who are really interested in merchandising? So what's your advice for them? See, or is the stream relevant? So in this stream is not relevant so much. So students, as I initially said, it is the common sense, the ability or the eagerness to learn on the job, on the go, and entrepreneurial skill set, business acumen. These are few things, and communication skills, working in the team, because the merchandising thing is like a nucleus of the cell. He's the core, so he has to interact with, on one side, the customer, then internally within his organization with various other functions. So the interpersonal skills are very, very important. Common sense, troubleshooting, being proactiveness, being proactive towards something, so these are certain things which are very important, irrespective of so like it's just like a UPSC thing. You can go through after even doing science, commerce, or maths. It's about cracking that UPSC. So it's like entering into the industry basically.
Right. So multiple areas available for students from any stream can enter over here. So
Yes.
students from when they come and they don't have any idea, but they get attracted by the world of fashion and styling. So what is your understanding of the word merchandising? What is merchandising?
So merchandising is basically, as I said, it's the nucleus of whole operation. The entire operation. And now we have like generally I would right now split into two. One is retail merchandising, and the other one is manufacturing merchandising. Obviously, in retail and other things, we have visual merchandising and different different types of merchandising. But primarily there are two. One is the merchandising is on the retail side, and the other one is on the manufacturing side. So when I say merchandising, it is about like again within an organization having your own business. It's a subset. So what a merchandising does, he understands customer requirements, he develops product alongside the customer, or in view of the customer, like what my customer is going to like, and then he is responsible for general sales tasks and maintaining sales funnels, and again coordinating with various functions within the organization like marketing, operations, supply chain, finance, compliance, shipping, and logistics. And like so for a retail merchandising, it is like they ensure the correct mix of products are stocked and displayed in the retail shelf in order to achieve greater sales and maximize profits. That's what a retail merchandiser's core job is. And similarly, for a manufacturing merchandiser, job is obviously to achieve sales targets, foster the account growth, like account insights, customer growth, identify new business opportunities, conduct regular business reviews, assess with clients to address their needs, and provide products which meet customers' objectives. Like for a manufacturing retailer, for a manufacturing merchandiser, the retailer is their customer. And on the retail side, the merchandiser is the person who actually, ensure the correct mix of the products which are displayed on the shelf. Like when we go on the, in the retail, like in big
Shopper
stores.
stop, then west side.
Yeah. Yes. So they all the what needs to be displayed, what my customer is liking. So a retail merchandiser is responsible for the profit and loss of that particular category. There are like men's category, women's category, kids category. Within men's category, there may be like outerwear or casual wear or formal wear, and so it's a very long chain.
The knowledge of this part, because there are different many sub roles,
Yes.
so is it learnable during the work experience or there is a curriculum? How does a student identify that they want to go into which area? Because you are identifying customer need, learning, designing, manufacturing, coordinating, or they do learn work in sub all the categories and then find it out.
No, there are these courses which are target to specific thing. Like now we have visual merchandising courses also. Now we have retail merchandising courses also. But sometimes it happens though, like you did a course, you enter organization, you may not find it interesting as per your personality or your as per your taste. You may not be enjoying it. So then it is very important to learn something or to actually identify a road or a path, how you can get into something which interests you. So retail is a very, there are various jobs in retail as well.
Yes.
The quality is there. Supply chain is a very strong, function there. Retail and merchandising is marketing is also there. Marketing and advertising is a big thing there. Product development is there. There are then quality and technical operational side is also there in retail. The people who actually coordinate with factories, who ensure that the right product is delivered at the right time, reaches the stores. So it's a big, there are so many functions out there. So it is not that one has to actually focus on merchandising also only. They, once they enter, they may identify their strengths and can explore getting into some other areas as well.
So, what type of personalities are required for these career roles? Is it a person who is very extrovert, a person who is very imaginative, a person who is very spontaneous, judging, practical, feeling oriented?
We have all types of humans.
Okay.
We have different personality traits.
Hmm.
And every function requires, if a person doesn't enjoy talking to people, then he's not suited for marketing and sales job. I've seen great designers who are introvert, who are very creative, great designers. So they just want to be in their studio designing something, be on their own, but they are still part of the fashion industry.
Got it.
And
So,
I've seen,
yeah.
yeah. So that's what I say, that once you enter into something, then it is up to you to actually match the work you're doing and match your one's own personality. What one
First
likes.
finding out the industry, and then based on your personality, you decide out which particular sub role you want to enter into.
Exactly.
Getting hands on learning on that, getting the right education, practicing it, and practicing it to get mastery on that.
Yes, and all very important to find a good mentor.
Yes, that's the most important.
Yes,
So that we, yeah,
yes,
tell me.
find a good mentor, and then see. And what one thing what I you know want to share is, one should not stop learning after their college, or college is over. Keep having something for adding skills every year or every 2 years. Go attend some course. There are now there the opportunities are endless. There are so many things, but just remember, while choosing something, just don't go for the certification. There should be real learning, not only adding certificate for your resume, basically.
Yeah, students do that. They go for
Yeah. So it get but obvious once, like, when we interview people,
Hmm.
it gets obvious that the person has only added a kind of a course or a degree just for the sake of his CV. He has just they haven't learned anything out from that course or certification. It's just to show them, reflect on their CV. That's where they have there. So it becomes, and those kind of people generally don't grow in the market, in the career.
So this career is very demanding and requires continuous learning. Not only this, all of them. So
Yeah.
would you share some of the challenges you faced when you were there in the merchandising role and then you moved to business? So challenges you faced and how did you overcome that?
So as as I said that after 4 5 years in this industry, when I was working for this in the government apparel manufacturing side and exporting side. I realized that to grow in the career, I need to add some more. I need to acquire some business skills. That's why I joined into Indian
I
Institute for
yeah.
yeah. And after, and then obviously my career accelerated upwards. But in 15, again, I realized that now I need to develop some strategic skills. So I went on for a course in IM Bangalore into fashion and lifestyle management, strategic fashion and lifestyle management course from IM Bangalore. That also helped me a lot to see things from a different angle, from a strategic view of business. And that now, like, I would say that actually helped me to approach from a entrepreneur's mindset, and that has also helped me into transitioning from that role, merchandising role, to a business consultant role. So it's a continuous learning one has to keep added. Once you think that, okay, this is the journey you want to take, so you should be continuously on the lookout, like what is the course or education which will add to my current strengths, and which will help me to go from step one to step four or five, 10, whatever it is.
Right. So identifying the areas where you are struggling, identifying the areas of opportunities, getting educated, and using that education to grow yourself
Right.
rather than doing getting stuck at one place. Being open minded, having a bigger vision, aiming for more.
And one thing I want to add here is that, see, the peak earning hours of professional life are, let's assume that a person starts working at the age of 23, 24, 22, something like that. Then once you have, you are into the profession job, uh, like say 8, 9 years, that's when your career starts accelerating. Next 15 years are the most important ones where you actually make money for yourself. You grow fast. So I suggest that one should not stop learning at that time. You should be very quick to add on to your, qualification, to your skill set, to your knowledge base, because that will keep you on the progressive trajectory. Otherwise, what will happen is that 15, 18 years in the job without any this education or the skill set what you acquired 18 years back, by that time that would have become obsolete.
Right.
At that point of time you will see that you are not growing enough in the industry. Mm. Or in the job, whatever you say. So that is very, very important to keep adding. And that is what will keep you growing. It is unlike like, our parents or our, grandparents' time where they used to join one organization and used to retire from that. Today, that's not the scenario. The world is changing exponentially. We need to be on the, be proactively on the run to keep adding to our knowledge base and skill set. So, because this is something what students say that let me complete the education and then I will start working. But here we have a different view over here that do whatever basic minimum education is required, start working, identify your areas, and then go for relevant education. And in between, also every maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, continuously upskill yourself with one of the good courses and keep growing so that you are aware of the new technologies and new inventions and the new updates coming in. And like, going forward, what we see is people are moving towards a gig economy. We are moving towards a knowledge and gig economy, wherein people like I was reading one article wherein Gen Z are very they like freedom. Right. In their area of opinion. So for them, it is very, very important to actually they are not looking for one permanent job in the industry. Mm-hmm. And to be useful in the market, for them it is very important to keep adding new skill set or something. Like I would say earlier it was like we have a saying that you know jack of all and master of none, but I just rephrase it in today's context. It is one has to be master of one and then jack of all as well. Right. You have to have one mastery in at least one thing, where no one can beat you. But then you also have to have, you have to be a jack of all trade also. Yeah. Knowledge of multiple areas and being Yes. skilled at one so that you can survive and you can grow and you can be the best in your industry. Exactly. That's a very good and important sharing for the students over here. Any other sharing you have for the students they should know from your career journey, which has been an inspiration to you and you want to share it with the students over here? So I'd share one instance like in the company we were like I was at a middle management level and our company were creating the leadership next pipeline of leadership, and some of us were selected. So we were put under a mentorship program. In that mentorship, with my mentor, I learned that it's not only technical skills which will help you into progressing in the career, because still middle management the technical skills are very, very important. But once you want to grow in your journey or career path, you need to acquire leadership skills also, business skills, being in control of your emotions, looking at things from a strategic perspective, and also from a holistic perspective. So once you, from a middle management to a top management level, the journey is very, very different, because then your technical skills take a backseat and your leadership skill comes into forefront. Your emotional maturity, your mental resilience, how you take people along, how your foresightedness, these are the things which actually come into things. So this was a very good opportunity what I get when we were selected for the next leadership roles.
So, with the help of the one of the best leadership courses, you were able to get insights into different aspects of top management, their
Yes.
prerequisites, the skills requirement, and by practicing them in your own organization, you were able to master them.
Yes. And also, like I said, that I'm fortunate to be put under two of the best mentors. They are
Yes.
veterans of the industry. And I was fortunate that I got an opportunity to work under them and with them. And with one of them, obviously, I didn't work directly, but he was my mentor. Where we used to have regular sessions every month for his guidance and his insights, and he used to guide my career path. So it was not only like once he sent me for another program, like there is a program called Landmark Education. So I was I he recommended me for a landmark program. It had nothing to do with my technical skills, but it was for the emotional maturity, mental resilience.
Right.
So it is not that only technical skills will take you. Once that will take you till your middle management roles. But beyond that, it is your lot of other things will come into forefront, which you will require, like
Technical skills, emotional management, leadership skills, communication skills, all these need to be clubbed together, learned, and keeping in mind to follow a particular veteran, a mentor in the industry
yes,
is very important to reach the top from middle management to top management.
yes, absolutely.
Right. Very, very important sharing, not only for students of 9 to 12, but even those who are working in the middle management and the students who are in the final year to remember that from now itself, they can start working on these skills simultaneously side by side because it will help them at whatever level they are right now.
Yes, Sachi.
So, before we end the session, do you have any three takeaways for the students who are yet to decide on the career path and would like to know from you?
Let me put it that way. Like if I get the opportunity, like I say I am in class 8th now, and I get the opportunity to go back in time.
Right.
What I will do? So I will first understand, my core, my inborn skill, talent, basically, what I'm good at. Naturally, I'm good at. And now I believe like there are, certain tools by which one can actually know.
Yes, there are tools available.
Yes. So then I will find an industry which actually fascinates me, or probably the industry which is going to be on top 20 years from now or 15 years from now. Because my peak years of earning should match with that industry which is also at its peak 15 years from now.
Right.
Then only that money will actually flow in. Right. So that is, choose something like that. Also, not only to go behind money, but to actually see what they see. Every person, some people require freedom. Some people require, people have different priorities. So choose according to that, and then choose your career, choose your course or the line of study according to that. Generally, what I've seen is people they and also they chose some wrong, like for in India, like when we actually see, once you have chosen a stream in your 11th or 12th, you can't actually change it into your college career. If you have chosen commerce, then you can't choose to study science in your college. While like abroad it may happen, it happens like that, but in India it doesn't happen. It doesn't allow you to, or if you have chosen arts, you can't go to a CA. So choose very cautiously, having a deep understanding of your natural talents and personality traits. Talk to the industry people how it actually looks. Then you select the course which takes you to that, not the other way around. Choosing a course under peer pressure, or because my friend is taking this, so I will also take this. I will choose this course, or don't do that.
Very, very important and very useful sharing from you, Pankaj. Choosing a career first, understanding yourself, then understanding the various courses, understanding the various industries available, talking to the industry experts, deciding, weighing the pros and cons of various streams, and then the last step should be choosing on courses and careers. Very,
And
very useful. Yeah.
adding to this, see, it requires discipline and hard work, consistent hard work to excel at anything. You may choose to become a cricketer, but then also, in fact, the sportsmen are the toughest, people. The success is very, very difficult in sports. When we see today's cricketers enjoying that kind of a fame and money, but it doesn't come easily.
Years of
So
hard work and discipline.
yeah, years of hard work, and then also then today, like fortunately, we have IPL, so a lot of uh, B and C players are also had got an opportunity, but getting into the India 11 in itself it requires a lot of strength, and this I'm telling you because a friend of mine is a Ranji player from Delhi, and he has seen how Virat Kohli he has seen Virat Kohli's journey from his childhood, basically. When Ashish Narayan, Virat Kohli used to travel 30 kilometers from their home to the national stadium at 4 o'clock in the morning, right, for practice. So that discipline and perseverance, patiently work, consistency is very, very important to achieve success in whatever you do. Right. So maybe students can read biographies of the people, the success story, the people who are successful. They can read about their journey and then get the insights from them, especially from in the field where they want to enter in. They will get insights from there. Absolutely. And always remembering that every person who is successful right now, they are seeing there's a journey behind that person, the journey of struggles, hard work, discipline, failures. So absolutely, all these things are a part of career journey, and all of them student must be ready to accept and live that journey to be successful. Very, very, very important, Sachi. In fact, like just to add to this failure, which you word which you just mentioned. See, I couldn't crack NIFT entrance, but that didn't stop me from pursuing my career in this industry, in garment industry. It was I so but today, like when I see there are a lot of many people, they if they don't crack one entrance, they get disheartened, they lose confidence, they as if the world has come to an end for them. Right, right. So it should not stop you. Okay, I can understand that, like if you didn't crack your, let's say, NEET exam, you may not be able to enter do your MBBS, or you may not be able to become a doctor. But if you actually enjoy healthcare industry, there are still so many options available in the healthcare industry. You can enter into a healthcare industry. So anything can be learned, or you can carve your path accordingly. So first finding out what are our intentions and then working it around, even if we don't get into through one of the path which we have decided, having plan B and plan C ready, working to the alternate routes, but making sure that you are ready to walk that path, whatever it may be. Great, great. Thank you. Continuous learning is very, very important. Yes. Wherever, at continuous whatever learning. Whatever age you are, it is very important. I am still, I'm just still exploring. I have to join one course in Massachusetts, MIT, US, on innovation leadership. So I'm just thinking and working on my calendar whether if it fits me, then definitely I'll go for that. So continuous learning is very, very important.
You are an example for the students who have to take inspiration from you. Continuous learning is the keyword. With that, we would like to know if students want to get connected to you, how can they connect? Maybe through your phone or email ID or LinkedIn. Anything you want to share with them over here?
They can connect me on LinkedIn. I will share my LinkedIn ID with you, or probably Sachi, you have my LinkedIn
Yeah,
ID.
I'll add it in the description.
Yeah, or either they can write to me. I don't know if I've shared my email ID with you, but I'll share my email ID with you. They can write to me. I'll be happy to answer their queries.
So students can connect to you for any guidance related to merchandising and business consulting through LinkedIn or through email. So very, very important learnings and sharings we had today. And thank you for being over here and sharing your career journey, real world, real insights, and which will help students in deciding on their careers. Every lesson, every learning we had today is going to help them being in the middle management or the top management or at the start of their career journeys, including alternate education, which we have discussed today.
I wish all the best for the students, and just be positive towards life. Things will fall in place.
Thank you. Thank you for being over here.
Thanks.